Hello everyone, my name is MJVochats and welcome to part 4 of our preparing the Dude Mech asset for animation. In the last part we did the constraints and the IK, just setting up all of the bone constraints on the last part. And in this part, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some custom shapes. The first thing we need to do before custom shapes is to move bones that aren't gonna deform anything or aren't gonna be controlling. We're not gonna be manipulating it during animation. We need to hide it so that it doesn't clutter the view. So we just select these booster bones right here. They're not gonna be used. I mean during animation, you won't really be like moving them or anything because we have all of the bones right here to move them. So we are gonna hide these bones. So I'm gonna move that to the last layer right there. I'm also going to have to move this bones right here. We're not gonna be manipulating that because we already have this bone and this bone to control the whole thing. So moving that right there, and I think that's all because the others, this bones, we're gonna be using that for the FK. But then again, I do need to move it still on a second layer so that we have a layer. Wait, let's see. So these are all the FK bones. So I'm gonna move the FK bones to a different layer, maybe the bottom layer. So this is for this layer is going to be for the left arm, right arm. So left arm FK will be right here, and left arm IK will be right there. So I'm just gonna be using the layers to separate each bones so that we can hide bones later on if we don't need it. I'm gonna put the main layer right here at the bottom. I'm gonna move the fingers. We have left arm, right arm. I want to put the fingers right on with the FK bones. Maybe it's not a bad idea to separate them. There's a thing in Regify where you can see options to hide and unhide, but I don't really know how to do that. Like in Scratch, I mean, there's probably a way to do it. We'll most definitely need like a script for it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll try and find that out if we can actually do something like that. But you know, I doubt that we can do it in a way that would be less janky because I'm gonna be figuring stuff out. It's gonna be really janky. It's not gonna be a tutorial anymore. But then again, this is not a tutorial. This is just me showing you my process in the hopes that it will help you with yours. So we are moving all of the bones on separate layers here. These are all the FK bones. Just come on. We should use another angle to make this easier for us. Move this to this is the left leg FK, so it's gonna go right here. IK bones for the leg, including these are all FKs as well for the left leg, which will be right here. We're gonna be checking that one by one later if we did that properly. Oh, and one thing that we need to do, I need to add that floor. I need to have like a main bone for the floor bones. So I'm gonna have to shift this GZ. And looks like I already have X-axis turned on right here, which is what I want. Shift S cursor to world origin. SZ0. So yeah, if you want like this kind of thing where both are mirrored, just press X-axis mirror here in tools, and any change you make on the left bone, the other side will follow. We'll mirror it. I'm gonna parent this to the main bone, so we're gonna bring out the main bone here. There we go. Shift Control P. Wait, are you already parented to the main bone? Control P. Yeah, apparently it is. Okay. So now we're gonna select these guys. Control P. Keep offset. And now we have this floor bone. So yeah, nice. And I guess I'm also gonna add a custom properties for this. I'm gonna add a custom property and name it floor off. And what this will do is this will allow me to control, the floor bones. And there you go. Okay, that. Copy data path. I'm just gonna edit this. Edit driver. And just paste the data path right here in the path. Control V. Edit driver. Control V. Okay, there we go. Now we can control the floor right here. So yeah, now we have a floor bone that will help us manipulate the floors easier without having to do it one by one for each of the toes there. So yeah, we need to keep going with the separation or the arrangement in layers. Move this. This is the right one, so it should be right here, I think. Wait, yeah, I did it the right way. And then the IK, move that as well. Right here, did I move it properly? I probably didn't. Yeah, as you can see, down there, all of this IK of the leg. So I can go back here to the first layer and just put all of this in the IK. No, not all of it. First, the left one. Put this on the fourth layer right here. Well, we put it on the right one, of course. So yeah, in separating layers, if you're stupid like me, you're gonna be confused by the things, by a lot of things. But if you check each of the layers here, as you can see, left arm IK, this layer, right arm IK, that layer, left leg IK, this layer, and then the right leg IK, that layer. And it should be same case here. Left arm FK, this layer, right arm FK, that layer, and so on and so forth. And everything seems to be on the right layers. So we're gonna keep going. Boosters, I'm gonna move that to the last layer right here. The body and the glass bones, I'm gonna move that to nowhere because that's gonna stay right where they are. The interior bones though might have to be separated. I'm gonna separate the bones based on which bones I'll be manipulating the most during animation. And I think the chair bones and the handle bones right here are the ones that's gonna be animated so much. So I'm gonna keep them together, including these guys right here. So I'm gonna move that to the second to the last layer of the first group right here. And then the buttons will have to go. Oh, wait, this one needs to come with them. Button bones. I guess the button to the left goes to the... Yeah, I'm just gonna put one right here and the others right here. And now for the first layer, it's just gonna be the body and the glass bone that controls the glass or the hatch or whatever it's called. So now we can start doing some custom shapes. So for the custom shapes, I'm gonna start with the main bone first. And to do it properly, we need to turn on the axes. We need to know where the axes are pointing here of the bones because we're gonna match that with the custom shape mesh. So first, I'm gonna make a new collection and call this custom shapes. I'm gonna make sure that it's not included in the render, and I'll just hide it later because we still need it visible. Or not, actually, we don't need it visible. We make it invisible, and then we're gonna uncheck that. We're gonna select the Dude Mech collection, and you're gonna find out why later. Next, we are going to start modeling a custom shape for the main bone here. So I'm gonna start with a plane, and I'm gonna turn on axes, and we need to see, and apparently they match. As you can see, z-axis of the plane matches with the z-axis of the bone, so as the y-axis and the x-axis. We can keep going. This is going to be the main bone, and I want it to look great but won't obstruct the model. So to do that, I guess I'm gonna go add something like this. Delete those layers. I'm gonna delete this edge right here, and we're left with like this. I'm gonna turn on mirror modifier. We're not gonna turn on clipping. I'm going to have mirror for both x and y axes. And I'm gonna add another one right there and delete this one at the back And we'll only have something like this. And because we have X and Y axis mirror turned on, if we move this like that, we cover the whole area. And we have, you know, we only have to manipulate this one part right here. I'm gonna go set the pivot point of the 3D cursor, Shift D. I'm gonna scale it downwards. Shift S cursor to selected. So now we have our main bone custom shape. And we're gonna name that, oh no, not F2. CS main. So we have our CS main right here. I'm gonna apply the mirror modifier so that there's no modifier on it. And I'm gonna move it to custom shapes. Dude Mech. Custom shapes, it will be hidden. But once we apply it to the bone here, so we select the main bone, we need to go to the bone properties and the viewport display, and down the custom shape, this is where we look for our CS main, and then uncheck scale to bone length, and that should do the trick. Now we have a custom shape. This is now the bone, and the bone is now following the custom shape that we just modeled. And I'm gonna be doing this for all of the others, and that's gonna be a tedious thing to do because it's just going to be a repeating process of what I showed you, except for the modeling part. But then again, the modeling part is, you know, the steps. It just repeats. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna time lapse the custom shape creation of each bones, because I already showed you how to do it. I'm just gonna show you how to do it for the rest of the bones on a time lapse. So yeah, time lapse starts now. Oh yeah, one other thing that I failed to say I think is that the custom shape mesh should be on the same. Their origin should be the same. It should match the origin of the bone. So what we need to do that is we're going to select the bone, Shift S, cursor to selected. Now the cursor is right there. And if we tap to object mode, if we Shift A and add like our custom shape, I want to use a circle for the main body here. The origin should stay right here. And they should be the same. And then after that, you can just match the axes. So yeah, back to the time lapse. And there we go. We have custom shapes for all of the bones, and I think it's looking pretty nice. The main body bone right here. So yeah, as you can see, our dude mech can jump now, and it's got a nice custom shape. Our IK bone should be right here. The other one right there. We have a switch for FK IK. But yeah, that's all for now. Hopefully I shared some knowledge to you guys. Knowledge that will help you make stuff like this yourself. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Also a huge thanks to those who supported me through KoFi, to Handsomeness, Jubin, yaejinssi, Erick Madrigal, and Fritz, to Elizabeth Munie, Magnolia Weathershield, ZQ Star, Jane, Tristan Wintle, Mbuddy, and GulliermoGage. Thank you so much to these guys. They supported me through code-free.com/Productions. Some recurring, some one time, but the way I do this thing is that the more you give, the more you can access those like 2D avatars of yourself, and the 3D stuff. The ones who have the 3D avatar of themselves have given so much, and have been given like not just once but a lot of times. But yeah, the way this works is that every project you will be credited once. Even if you just donate once, you will be credited throughout the project, throughout the duration of the project. Every video that will be released related to the project, you will be credited. That's one of the perks of being a supporter. So, you know, if you want to help me in my endeavors, just go to code-free.com/Productions. That's the best way you can support me to keep this thing going. So yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Also, follow Doodlenose Productions everywhere on the internet if you want to see some, you know, one-man team projects, animation, films and animation projects, or, you know, minimal crew project. If you want to see those kind of stuff, just look up Doodlenose Productions and you'll see the stuff that I've created so far, even though, you know, I'm by myself. But yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. My name is MJ Vochas, and yeah, bye.